after a few times I advise the managing partner, baru dia start beli laptop untuk each of the tu. So it's completely different lah. Last time kalau tahun 90s, early 2000 banyak masih lagi guna manual, guna like a big ledger punya kertas kan, apa semua. So nanti kita boleh tengok like Malaysia slowly dah adopt the technology and everything. Tapi not so much to the scale like macam overseas lah. Kan? Like audit software itself pun dah memang memang dah widely been used by them. Tapi Malaysia masih lagi tak popular sangat. It's because that satu dia punya cost are very pricey. So kadang-kadang those yang join, yang fortunate enough to join Big Four ataupun mid-size firm, orang adalah opportunity to use those software like Audit Express, macam kalau dekat PwC, Aura lah, KPMG, semua tu ada lah software-software. Tapi kalau still macam join yang a small firm like my own firm, kita orang masih lagi tak mampu lah, because the cost dekat Malaysia is very expensive. For me, very expensive. Like initial cost like 5 users sampai 20,000. So let's say like for my own firm, I have like around 40 people. I nak beli, I nak spend almost 100k for that software. So I think it's all about kat mana you bekerja and everything apa semua. Tapi if you ask me whether or not those technology will help you to become a better professional accountant ke tidak, I think it's very subjective.
Very subjective lah. Okay, I think we got your point. Di mana basically you are saying yes, we have all these technologies, tapi settle lah dulu yang basic punya dulu tak? Yeah? I think the point Cik Hilmi ni quite clear ni. Settle lah dulu basic ni.
Nazim excited benda tu.
So that's why I think we need to ask Cik Nazim kan. Cik Nazim apa ni, because before we look into the opportunities lah that the accountant could actually look into kan. What do you think is the right do you think that the current skill sets that we have, you know, daripada yang kita belajar dulu, I mean for the past 15-20 years, you know, whatever they have been taught in kita punya diploma ke degree ke professional paper tu, do you think that the current the skill set that were given to us right now, even what the students are getting the same like us, is it actually enough to prepare them for the future?
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, okay, for me, I'm talking on the perspective of I'm a professional student, 100%. So I didn't start from diploma, degree, and so on. So I start from CAT and then all the way to ACCA and just complete my professional course. So basically, for my perspective on students who are taking professional course, basically it's not enough. It's on your own initiative to learn the different angle of what you need to make sure you are well equipped to enter the working environment. For ACCA, mostly from my own experience juga, during my working days dekat firm ataupun corporate, if student yang datang daripada background professional course, dia akan menghadapi masalah yang Cik Hilmi cakap tadi. Nak copy paste pun tak tahu. And then I've seen cases yang bila kita suruh dia casting, dia akan casting straight away daripada screen tu sendiri. Dia tak guna the sum key and so on. So basically for professional students, especially from the CAT punya route yang tak ada degree, tak ada diploma, they are not being taught about Microsoft Excel, on how you are doing it according to your work semua tu. So it's not enough for professional students. So basically what you can do is you can find maybe macam TYMBA has done something that they want to teach things yang relevant untuk you pakai semasa you kerja, which is Microsoft Office punya skills, okay, which is Excel, and also Microsoft Words is the bread and butter to become an accountant lah. Tak kisahlah nak jadi auditor ke ataupun commercial punya accountant and so on.
What about human skills, Cik Nazim? in the aspect of human skills?
Okay, human skills pun sama. Kalau ACCA, professional courses, you takkan attend internship and so on. So you hanya belajar 100%. So if for me as perspective of ACCA punya holder, so actually you hanya belajar buku and you tak jumpa orang. You hanya jumpa lecturer, you hanya jumpa kawan-kawan you semua, and then tahu-tahu you pass, you are being thrown into the real world. And that's why sometimes, especially for audit punya environment, it's not about you hebat buat kerja, you tahu knowledge and so on. You need to have skills untuk work as a team, how to respect your superior, how to have, it's a two-way street tau. Kalau you masuk dunia bekerja ni, you want to be respected, you must respect other person. Even though client or manager, seniors and so on lah.
Understand. Now, I think pasal Encik Nazim ni dia coming directly from the CAT, or now we call it as a FIA lah. FIA way to ACCA. Tapi macam Cik Hilmi ni lain sikit. Oh, lawa cawan tu Cik Hilmi ya. Kopi kita lah. Kan, tapi macam Cik Hilmi, you are basically coming on of course on apa ni? Different pathway daripada degree dan kemudian tu kan. So, how do you think that basically prepares you better compared to
kalau compare student from ACCA and degree, I think I tak need like compare because I think tak sama. Okay. Tapi the common problem that macam attitude and everything apa semua tu Cik Nazim dah highlight dah benda tu. Like macam problem or like you know like socialize with the team kan. Banyak problem macam tu. Even walaupun budak degree they have an internship about 6 months. Tapi banyaklah macam recently I ada almost like I think the whole firm I think 45 orang intern. So dalam 45 orang ni kalau yang betul-betul I think up to the standard that I expected, I think is less than 10 people. The rest banyaklah perangai-perangai like macam tak nak tunjuk pandai because tak nak kerja banyak, and then in terms of adab nak belajar from the senior, from the manager pun tak ada, and then bila dapat review point like macam you know acting like benda tu is a burden. So attitude problem ni I think sama je, even budak GCA ke budak degree ke, macam last time masa I dekat Big 4 pun sama juga. I used to work with GCA punya student juga, tapi sama je like macam diorang tak ada attitude tu is very subjective. Kadang-kadang ada you nasib baik you jumpa those student yang a very good student lah, very good person lah, tapi kalau tak lah, tapi majority of them memang I think that one memang got problem lah.
Okay, but then I think we understand now on the skills that are being required. The attitude is very important kan. So but dari segi attitude seseorang tu is very subjective lah ya, depending on, I think it basically depends on the background of the student juga lah kan, the upbringing of the students, the family juga kan, it plays a role jugalah. Alright, but tapi we have this issue you know where people are asking, kalau jadi accountant ni, semua accountant ni lah mesti ke start dulu dari sebagai auditor, you know, it's like auditor the only option. Boring lah, sebab bila kita cerita accountant ni asyik auditor, cerita accountant ni auditor, you know, buat ACCA auditor, you know. So boleh ke kita, you know, kalau if we were to do accounting, we can actually climb through a different pathway ke apa macam tu kan. So this is what I think kita tanya dulu Encik Nazim ni. What do you think on that aspect? Because especially you are, I know you are helping your wife juga kan to run with the, you are also doing together with your wife buat the apa kedai emas apa semua kan. So I think what is your opinion on this?
Okay, so basically biasanya lah kan, orang yang jadi auditor ni, you tanya dia sebenarnya macam mana you boleh sangkut dalam audit. Okay, basically dia akan cakap, aku dengar cakap orang, aku orang kata jadi auditor lah dulu. Apa-apa hal start dengan audit, 3 tahun dapat chartered semua, lepas tu gerak kan. So basically dia jadi macam satu trend tau yang yalah dia menutup kita punya horizon on how kita nak set kita punya journey career path tu. So basically not necessarily to become an auditor. Okay, tapi to get the skills juga untuk you, okay, untuk jadi chartered you akan MIA akan require 3 years. Okay, that means during 3 years tu you need to decide actually what are your passion. Okay, kalau passion you memang nak jadi entrepreneur since the early days, macam lepas you grad you terus nak masuk kerja, sebenarnya you tak boleh nak jump into business straight away. You must ada skills tu semua on how you want to manage your business and so on. So skills tu memang ada, salah satunya ada dekat accountant punya skills, which is how you want to manage with numbers. Soft skills pun ada on human resource, how you want to tackle it, how you want to deal dengan compliance and so on. So basically for me, not necessarily you must start as an auditor dulu, baru you boleh excel in your work punya in your future punya career lah, kan. So you can start in commercial, tak ada masalah. You can start into investment banking. Investment banking you ada skills untuk know how to make the numbers. Let's say you nak buat ada orang nak buat due diligence to your company. Let's say you dah ada business and so on. How you want to counter offer. So benda tu, skills tu sangat-sangat meluas. Cuma auditor ni mungkin satu advantage dia kalau you start dalam bukanlah start macam nampak macam teruk sangat pula lah audit kan. Macam kalau you start dengan audit, basically you akan dapat knowledge Mr. Know-how lah. You akan dapat general surface punya knowledge untuk you do anything that you want in the future. Maybe you want to jump into your own business ataupun you nak jadi ada career dan auditors and so on.
Okay. So I could say that Encik Nazim basically you say accountant punya skills ni okay. Tapi auditor ni would give you macam some sort of a better foundation lah. Yeah, the analytics, you know, the decision making perspective dan sebagainya for them to enhance further lah kan. Mari kita tanya, let's ask Mr. Auditor ya, Encik Hilmi. So what is your take on this kan? Tapi I would also want to ask lah, kalau Encik Hilmi ni bukan auditor lah kan, what will you be lah basically kalau you bukan auditor lah. So what is your take on perlu ke jadi auditor? Kalau bukan auditor, apa lagi yang kita boleh buat? Apa Encik Hilmi akan jadi?
Honestly I myself accounting hisab pun I tak minat.
Okay.
Sampai sekarang. Tapi alhamdulillah kan, I think most of you pernah dengar statement that benda yang kita suka kita tak bagus, tapi benda yang kita tak suka yang kita bagus. So I kind of like resolve that statement actually. So I end up pretend myself to like accounting sampai ke sudah lah, sekarang dah 11 years, 12 years kan. And alhamdulillah Allah mudahkan saya punya jalan kan, daripada start internship lagi I dah manage to secure experiencing in firm punya environment and everything. Yalah sampai sudah memang itulah. Tapi kalau saya punya cita-cita sebenarnya saya nak jadi saya nak jadi pemain saham actually. Stock player. So one day let's say kalau if I have enough money untuk blown away the money dekat stock market, memang I dah tutup tangan lah. Tapi hopefully ada lah pengganti I dekat firm. Tapi in terms of macam coming back to I punya question just now pasal whether or not audit punya skill, is it necessary for you to climb your for
Sorry, you're breaking Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Okay dah?
Okay.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay. So you kena tanya yourself, what do you want in life? Kalau kata let's say you nak jadi salary man sampai mati, you kena chart your pathway macam mana. maybe you have to like start working with a big firm ke ataupun a good company that ada career development and everything tu semua. Tapi kalau let's say you as an accountant and you berminat nak jadi entrepreneur, nak jadi businessman, kan? Accountant we are lucky now actually. After 3 years kita dah boleh buka firm. Tapi buka firm is not that easy. You have to become a really like a good entrepreneur. You must have networking, you must be willing to tebalkan muka you, kan? And then earning money pun kalau you jadi entrepreneur ni mula the first 5 years ni memang is very painful actually. So don't expect like last time you kerja you dapat 6,000, bila you buka firm you dapat 1,000 juga, tak, kan? It takes years actually untuk dapat start macam tu. Ya. Bila berniaga ni, kalau dalam orang Islam sendiri pun, Abu cakap memang pintu rezeki tu, walaupun you dapat kurang pun daripada masa you kerja, tapi berkat dia memang lagi jauh. Okay, you rasa duit tu lagi banyak. So itu one thing guarantee lah kalau you start become entrepreneur. So I think it totally depends. Kalau siapa yang nak kerja, nak pilih audit untuk start, is a good foundation, tapi tak semestinya benda tu align with your your life aspirations. So you kena you kena decide benda tu. You kena tanya diri.
Faham? So saya I think the idea here ialah before we would want to decide whether auditor is basically the right pathway or not, we would first need to ask. Actually, this is also, saya setuju lah, saya always tell my student, you would first need to ask what is your end goal lah, kan? So what is your final destination lah? That means you want to die as what lah, kan? So then only you have to work backwards lah. Guys, I also want to share lah, when we wanted to start off TYMBA ni pun kita menghadap juga Encik Hilmi ya. Dan kemudian Encik Hilmi pun bawa saya jumpa Encik Nazim kan. So kena balun juga. So sebab dia pun from his experience lah of running the firm dan sebagainya kan. So he shared lah his experience, the pathway. So like I said, if you know where you want to go, then you have to work backwards of chartering your ways towards, okay, what do you have to do to achieve what you want to be, where you want to be lah. So that is basically the idea. Dia tak ada right or wrong lah. Perlu jadi audit, perlu jadi auditor ke tidak. But but we can sum up, yeah, from an entrepreneur, from an auditor's perspective, from a businessman perspective. Here we could agree that audit would give you the very strong foundation. Now, I think there's a question here. Given by Imran mula-mula. Imran is asking, how do auditors would deal with threats, yeah, especially on the intimidation threat lah. I think maybe yang ni Cik Ami boleh cakap, sebab especially tiba-tiba kita tengok juga ada isu di mana auditor ni jadi shop lot auditor kan. The auditor become auditor. Saya tak tahulah audit firm mana, but I read somewhere, you know, an auditor become a shop lot auditor. So that is some sort of intimidation threat. So how do you deal with that, Cik Ami?
For me, the first question that I need to ask whether or not I perform the work accordingly. Okay. Bila I receive a threat and everything, I check whether is it my fault or is it the client fault. Okay. So normally kat Malaysia ni from my experience lah. Okay, kalau kata you audit such a small SME company kan, banyak dorang ni education dorang about company act, accounting standard memang tak ada. Okay. So they themselves walaupun dah 10 tahun, 20 tahun, they themselves never understand the director responsibility. Okay. Director responsibility tu memang dah ada dekat dalam company act kan. So memang I boleh bet that they never read that actually. Even listed company, to be honest with you, masa I dekat one of the small, boleh lah mid-size firm lah, dia pun ada buat listed company juga. I encounter such like daripada 7 client listed company ada dalam tu, I think about 5 of them memang langsung tak follow bursa punya regulation, Tak ada chartered accountant dalam company. Memang and then memang accounting functions pun tak ada. So bila you receive threat, I even myself pernah kena halau dekat board of directors punya meeting. Baru masuk and then kita orang cakap kita orang tak boleh buat. Kita tak agree with some of the issue. Dia suruh keluar. Dia halau kat depan tu. It was a very painful experience. Ada one of the listed company still exist sampai sekarang. I remember that diorang keep on arguing about the audit issue yang kita listed kat dalam our findings lah. The CFO of the company even called me, he called me and said like, Hilmi, if you present this to the board tomorrow, I'm going to make your life suffer. I'm going to make your life suffer tomorrow. So banyak lah that kind of experience.
So what do you do to overcome that?
So I first I check whether or not I got any issues yang on my side, and then I discuss with the partner. Macam sekarang ni I dah tak ada partner lah, myself lah. So kalau let's say memang tak salah, memang bukan kita salah, kita give them an option lah whether you want to go through with this ataupun you want us to resign. So better for me right now, macam better elak for any confrontations lah. Itu my
okay. So that means that, you know, the idea here is that we would want to try to resolve the issue, I mean, together with the client lah, macam tu dulu whether
of course. When we communicate the issue, of course we did discuss and we explain to them what's the problem. Kan? Kadang-kadang it's a matter of sampaikan information je. Tapi diorang kadang-kadang diorang punya malas ataupun like diorang punya lagak because that they pay us, kan? And some more like especially like my firm from a shop lot punya building kan. So they always treat us like macam dia worker lah. So to a lot of situations happen like that.
Then mungkin Cik Nazim, you can share with us, you know, what's your opinion, since kita dah bercakap ni kan pasal isu ni juga kan. So we can see that most of the disagreement with clients ni basically is because of certain accounting issues lah kan. So tapi at the end of the day, when the client does not want to adjust, persoalannya sekarang ni lah macam kita tengok dalam isu short lot auditor ni kan, Encik Nazim, siapa salah ni? Yeah, what went wrong sebenarnya ni? Siapa salah ni? What is your take? Because Cik Nazim ni is I would say Facebook punya popular writer tau.
Oh,
so, yeah. No, I would say that he's an opinionated lah, full of opinion. You know, what is your perspective on this issue?
Okay. For me, kita go back to basic balik. What is the job of the auditor? Okay. Auditor is to give opinion to the financial statements. Okay. And opinion ni kita ada macam-macam jenis. Ada opinion yang klien tak suka and ada opinion yang klien suka, ataupun opinion kita tak kisahlah dia suka ke tak. Opinion tu according to the standards, which is akan tunjukkan true fair and fair view ataupun tidak. So we stick to that and we just do our work based on kita punya evidence yang kita dapat, based on apa yang kita discuss dengan klien, based on apa yang diorang explain dekat kita, represent dekat kita and so on. So kita ada letter of representation, etc. So basically my take dekat sini is auditors is doing their work, and until they cannot perform their work objectively anymore. Okay, until the last result lah, which is kalau kita tengok dalam case short lot auditor ni, the final straw is dia ada dapat saman and so on lah. So basically because for the auditors, basically they will escalate these issues step by step, stages by stages. Okay, if they need to go to the regulator or someone independent, they will do. They'll just use that privilege dulu instead of directly do whatever they want lah, to make sure they will dia macam nampak macam auditor ni nak menang je. No. Our objective is to issue opinion towards financial statement. So if the auditor want to complete the job after they disagreed with the client, disagreement, so the opinion for sure will affect the client's punya perspektif kepada orang luar, third party, also stakeholders or users and so on. So auditor punya kerja dah habis, tapi tak sampai lagi tahap tu, then there's intimidation threat yang datang. So for me, if dah sampai level tu, so basically there is no other way that you can see in the real world, no other way is to resign instead of being removed. Itu je. So that's my take lah.
Okay, thank you. Kita just look into some question from the floor here. Nurul Atika is asking, to be a chartered accountant melalui ACCA ataupun MIA lagi better? Apa pro and cons? Ada beza ke? Saya rasa to me I think
Okay.
what do you think?
Okay, I tak tahu whether you guys are update with the current MIA punya environment, you know, that whether you heard about CSAP or not. Okay. CSAP ni is an initiative by Nazim punya idola. I don't want to mention his name. Okay. This CSAP actually dia nak jadi a body that oversee MIA and also SC. So one of the improvement suggestions that they make actually is to ask bachelor punya student, degree holder punya student to go for professional punya exam and then baru boleh dapat MIA punya tu. That is the new development for the past 2 years. And banyak like Persatuan Accountant Melayu semua dah go against with that lah, because they feel this initiative is actually diorang cakap sebenarnya Big Four yang nak impose benda tu. Kan? So in terms of pathways, I tak boleh cakap, like I cannot say that MIA are far more you go with degree and then after 3 years dapat chartered accountant are better, ataupun you go with ACCA tu. Because kalau kata you pass professional degree pun, tapi kalau you are acting like a normal degree student, kan? Sama je, tak ada tu.
Faham?
For me, the quality of you, macam mana you gunakan that knowledge, okay? Macam mana you carry yourself as a professional accountant, especially those yang dah pass ACCA ataupun any professionals, itu yang lagi penting. Okay? Tapi kalau kata senang tak senang, I tak boleh cakap, because like macam I takut like in 2 years time, in 3 years time, suddenly MIA dah pass the resolutions to make it compulsory, budak degree dah kena ambil professional. I think the question is not relevant anymore. So everyone kena ambil professional baru boleh dapat MIA punya chartered accountant.
Faham?
My take lah.
Okay, thank you. And then ada question in Muhammad is asking, I have my friend who graduated from engineering, but he is interested in accounting, especially in auditing. Should he start with Big Four ataupun small firm? Or which career progression is good for him between these two, since he does not have a basic in accounting? Saya rasa yang ni saya pun nak share sedikit lah. In the aspect of apa ni, I mean, you are basically non-accounting graduate lah yang nak pursue further kan. Yang ni I just want to share with you on the opportunity lah. I think some Big Fours actually do welcome for engineers dan sebagainya to join them. Kalau bukan dia, I think the issue here is not an issue whether to join the Big Four or small firm. No, but it is the issue of whether does the firm actually willing to accept you lah. Now when I say willing to accept you ni, sebab you kena ingat, when it comes to audit, we are fighting with time lah. Right? So if let's say we are going to take someone who is not able to just complement the team lah, slows down the team, yeah. Basically that's why it will become challenging for the firm. So sebab tu selalunya the small medium size firm ni dia akan cuba try to try to think twice jugalah, ya. Ya, apa dia? Apa dia? Ha?
Avoid ambil.
Nampak Cik Hilmi ni dia memang outright je, avoid. Saya cuba kata think twice. Now, because of the cost versus benefit for the small medium-sized firm. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, because Big Four, with the resources that they have, and they are capable to basically absorb you in. I tell you one of the thing, yeah. For example, because like for us, we do collaborate. I mean, we are in discussion with one of the Big Four, maybe. But I've seen before, like PwC, EY, they do take engineers, doctors, especially from the UK dan sebagainya, dia masuk, tapi they give them training. And this training, this is what we are negotiating lah to run with TYMBA, where we introduce, if you look into ICAW, there's this one pathway that we call as Certificate in Finance, Accounting and Business lah, a CFAT pathway. Maybe you can suggest to your friend to masuk as this CFAT pathway. And from this CFAT pathway, it would then lead him to ICAW, because this practice is quite common in UK sebenarnya. In Europe banyak je orang buat macam ni. Jarang. In Europe lebih banyak orang buat macam engineering semua tu kan, then dia add on with professional paper kan, ya. Cuma di Malaysia, di Southeast Asia ni, I would say that professional paper ni, di Asia lah, professional paper ni jadi macam satu industri yang besar lah, apa-apa professional paper, ya. But in Europe it is a complementing, if I can share with you lah on my understanding. So if you become a CFAT student, you habiskan, you would basically be getting a title where we call it as a BFP title lah, business financial planner, BFP. With 1 year experience, you would already be considered as an associate member of ICAW, some sort of an associate member of ICAW. Then baru you tambah, you go on, finish off the remaining papers, few years of experience, then you become a full member. Yeah. So I think that's something that I could suggest with you lah. I could suggest to you. Now, and then let's just move on. I think we have to close the chat box ni juga lah, sebab dah banyak juga soalan ni, takut tak habis. Then we have Zuri. Ni Encik Nazim, what do you think? Apa relevannya accountant ni in the future kalau dah ada AI? How would accountant actually work in the future ni? Dah ada AI, buat apa? Betul, kalau kat Singapore tu saya nampak kan pakai cloud accounting, dia scan saja invoice tu dah record dah. So apa nak cerita accountant ni?
Okay. Basically, I just remember lah satu statement ni from Menteri Sumber Manusia apa sebelum ni kan. During the PH regime lah dulu. Apa? Kulasegaran if not mistaken. Dia mention yang accountant ni akan pupus dengan kehadiran AI ni. Okay. So need to be ready and so on lah. So, relevancy of accounting in the future with presence of AI. Okay, first of all, accountant sekarang ni dia bukan bookkeeper anymore. Accountant is accountant. So you need to analyze information. You need to have your judgment on fair value, on willing buyer, willing seller, numbers and so on. So AI for me is only taking care of things yang repetitious, yang recording, yang journal entry, yang things yang like I've done in my commercial days dulu, buat JV tiap-tiap bulan, closing and so on. Okay, dekat sana diorang dah guna macro to analyze automatic. Itu macro tu macam basic AI lah. Okay, macam AI yang sangat-sangat advanced is yang macam yang cakap lah, scan, dia tahu je nama invoice, okay ni memang kena buat double entry untuk customer, untuk credit control and so on. But to analyze the aging, for the judgment, human touch, okay, benda tu masih relevan dekat kita, especially untuk auditor. Okay, kalau untuk auditor specifically, opinion, ada modified, ada unmodified. You nak AI yang decide macam mana? Dengan cerita yang Cik Hilmi kata, kena maki keluar bilik. How you want to decide? AI takkan ada benda tu. Human touch, skills on how you want to the risk taking. Okay, macam mana you nak accept this materiality towards your opinion and so on. And then for fair value, willing buyer, willing seller, how you want to see benda yang non financial factor. Contoh ada orang nak beli company you, AI memang cakap in the future ni going concern lah, apa benda company ni, macam in the future current asset dia can be lower lah. Tapi on how that the owner tu sendiri boleh naikkan company tu, on the value itself yang perceive, kita tak tahu.
Hmm.
So for me, dia tak akan pupuskan accountant ni. Dia akan work hand in hand to disseminate better information to the users out there. Because sekarang ni kita ketandusan information yang transparent untuk users buat decision, untuk LHDN, untuk SSM and so on. Macam SSM buat MBRS. Itu AI kot, tapi AI yang masih lagi ada issues here and there and so on. Kan? On MBRS tu sendiri. Still juga accountant kena masuk, company secretary kena masuk, kena juga submit dekat counter and so on. So
ada SSM representative
Ada apa Jamie?
tak ada SSM punya representative
So benda tu yang jadi sekarang normal lah, feedback kan towards that kan.
Yalah, feedback.
MBRS tu sendiri dia orang dah implement semua. So okay lah, AI for me is a basic AI sebab bukannya scan audit report tu dia terus calculate what is the info dalam SSM nya info tu and so on. Still juga kena key in and so on, and it's still using Excel, kena link here and there and so on. So for me, accountant akan work hand in hand dengan AI ni. AI tak boleh hidup seorang, accountant pun tak boleh hidup tanpa AI.
Basically saya boleh cakap that ada teknologi banyak mana pun, at the end of the day the technology cannot replicate the human skills lah.
Exactly.
I mean, the function of the human being would basically revolve the function of accountant as a human being ni dia akan revolve further lah. So as simple as macam I ingat Encik Syazan dulu dia cakap dengan kita masa our back then session, sharing session with TYMBA, we can have the data analytics platform, but the data analytics can help you to analyze, but as simple as communicating back to the client, you know, nak communicate balik decision making tu, benda tu tak boleh nak do that to replace the human. Alright, so the idea of AI going to take to you see I remember back then tahun kita tahun berapa sekolah tahun even 2020 tahun 2000 lah, you know, when we talk about millennial kan, I remember masa tahun 2000 millennial tu orang dah tunjuk dah kereta terbang lah kan, orang dah tunjuk apa ni semua naik semua tak naik kereta lah, kalau kereta terbang sana sini. But you see it doesn't happen immediately lah, so it doesn't happen immediately lah. Alright, so we can
sama juga macam during my studying days, lecturer pun dah cakap juga like in 2020 AI akan start replace accountant kan. Now sekarang dah 2020 tapi still perlukan accountant lagi. Even kalau you tengok apa ni, I think some of the insurance agent pun ada juga share kat dalam Facebook. Banyak juga orang share, dia orang keluarkan study from overseas punya organisation lah, saying that in 2024 accountant akan pupus lah apa semua lah kan. So I think benda tu be real. Tengok sekarang macam mana Malaysia, macam mana, are we ready with that innovation, are we ready, do we have that capabilities in terms of technology, people kan. Kita tengok benda tu.
Okay, saya nak tanya lah, siapa yang kena ambil take up this role ni? Nak ensuring that the technology is ready, whether siapa yang sepatutnya, you know?
Ini menggali lubang kubur
kan? Taklah, I'm just thinking lah, because for the student, our student basically depa pun risau lah kan, because yalah kita nak complete study ni as accountant, ada teknologi, you know, people keep on talking about technology, so they become intimidated kan. So now they want to prepare themselves. Okay, fine, we are preparing ourselves kan. Tapi siapa sebenarnya? I mean, of course diri masing-masing lah kan. Tapi who should actually take up the role of anchoring this?
Siapa nak jawab ni? Aku.
Okay lah, basically okay, bagi aku jawab. For me, benda ni should start from the root lah. Okay, everything should start from the root. So maybe kalau you guys ada pernah baca lah, baru ni Tun M ada buat satu artikel kan, bukan artikel, macam Facebook punya post kot pasal accounting kan. Basically kalau dekat sekolah kan, kita belajar, kita start tahu pasal business, pasal accounts ni, topik dekat subjek kat kemarahan hidup tau. And then benda tu masa tu kita belajar macam apa bodoh gila kemahiran hidup ni, macam alah macam pakai je nanti in the future kan. Apa debit credit ke apa semua kan. So actually that's why kita pun as an accountant ni kita dianggap macam kita tak macam inline dengan profesional lain macam doktor, lawyer and so on. So kadang-kadang macam dengan member kan macam kita profesional buat team profesional kan bola, tapi accountant tak ada. Macam kira macam benda tu from the root tau. Macam orang-orang cakap, okay, orang-orang tua cakap kan, family ke, okay kau jadi doktor lah nanti kau jadi engineer and so on. Tapi macam accountant memang sebenarnya jarang lah orang tanamkan daripada bawah, kecuali kalau family dia sendiri accountant ke, kakak, abang dia and so on. So it should start from the root, start from the school tu sendiri.
Start from the root.
Then what mara hidup tu buat dia jadi interesting. Mungkin subjek prinsip perakaunan untuk form 1, form 2, form 3 ke. Tu from marhen macam ni lah.
What about you, Encik Hilmi?
Okay. In terms of siapa should champion this initiative, to make sure that our country, our profession, our industry become, more innovative, work closely with the AI and everything. I think this one is a responsibility of the regulator yang available kat dalam industri kita. I don't want to mention names, kan? Because like macam dekat overseas, okay, banyak private sector yang champion benda ni, okay? Because over there, I boleh cakap like in terms of the fee itself is very big. Like macam like private sector over there, kalau siapa yang provide accounting consultancy audit dia over there kan, dia punya beza dengan Malaysia ni sangat jauh, even the auditors dekat overseas. I had a friend yang works dekat California if I'm not mistaken. Dia cakap setahun dia punya kerja dia buat 2 je, dia buat 2 company sahaja, TNT dengan lagi satu I tak ingat lah. So these 2 company dia buat audit lebih kurang lama lah, dalam 3-4 bulan dia buat, memang dia duduk je dekat company tu setahun. So the fee itself, I tell you, memang 5 kali ganda ataupun 6 kali ganda lagi banyak. We are not talking about like foreign currency punya exchange. We talking about like from dollar, RM kita compare.
Dollar to dollar lah.
Yeah, dollar to dollar. So sana bila diorang have that kind of fun, like that kind of profit and everything, of course lah, they have like the luxury into expanding in terms of what research and development, have their own.
Ini Big 4 ke ataupun small medium?
My friend tu kerja kat Big 4 lah.
Big 4 lah.
So over there we tengok like the firm itself, like macam EY, PwC kan, even macam Deloitte, their system last time is developed by IBM. So they have that kind of money and luxury, so easier for them tu. Tapi dekat Malaysia, Big 4 je lah, diorang just enjoy whatever apa ni diorang punya HQ buat. So memang diorang being exposed with that lah. Tapi yang small SME ni, Malaysia punya ni, langsung tak ada tu pun. Okay. Like macam I think what they should do, like the regulator ke ataupun the institute ke apa kan, they should work hand to hand with any education punya universities ke apa kan, provide them with the support in terms of money, apa ni dia punya thinker ke apa ke kan. So like create one so-called homegrown punya software ataupun yang so, and benda tu boleh being enjoyed by other Malaysia, and of course at least small firm ni semua boleh afford, and then from there barulah the impact will become much more larger.
Yalah. Tapi kan? saya fikir alang-alang kita cerita pasal the Big 4 ni, they actually enjoy the benefits of their parent juga macam tu kan. So that's why I just want to ask, mungkin Cik Hilmi boleh jawab ni jugalah. Betul ke macam ni, apa ni orang kata auditor kalau kerja small medium size firm ni selalunya underpaid and selalunya kena bully? Ni ada orang tanya ni. Selalunya
soalan tu ni.
Panas tu.
honestly speaking, I tell you, mostly SME kat Malaysia ni, memang kalau you as a fresh grad, the first salary that you receive, you're going to be tergolong dalam golongan B40 lah. That's the reality lah. Only like I think firm-firm yang dah quite established macam Salihin and Big Four tu of course lah. Yang tu yang I think dia punya starting salary pun dah above B40 punya tu lah. Even my own firm pun I admit I still border lah. Tak adalah nak cakap jauh. Dah nak dekat border. So in terms of gaji, ada yang bayar 1,300, 1,200 fresh grad.
Oh my god.
Ada satu case dekat LinkedIn, dia intern dekat tempat tu dapat about $300 and then after internship orang tu offer, tapi because masa tu COVID everything semua, dia offer 1,200 sahaja. Ada. Tapi this kind of situation I think memang tak patut lah. Kan? For me it's quite simple. Kalau you tak mampu nak bayar gaji accordingly, jangan ambil. You can go much more like go a cheaper options. Like macam kalau you talking about cost and benefit lah.
Yalah.
You can go with internship punya student ke workforce ke apa ke. Okay. I nak beritahu everyone, most of the audit firm dekat luar sana, even including Big Four ke apa ke, okay, 30%, 40% of their workforce actually, their engine is from budak internship. Dia bukan apa ni semua staff diorang. Diorang banyak actually diorang nak cover shortage of manpower and everything semua by employing more intern. So intern tu actually play a very huge role. Tapi since COVID ni masih lagi ada those, I call themselves as opportunities lah. Memang not a good opportunities lah. Memang ambil intern tak bayar and then bagi RM200 pun ada, yang tak bayar langsung tu pun memang dah banyak. Even kat my area Shah Alam Bangi pun I ada receive experience internship punya candidate. Dia dah intern 1 or 2 months kat sana dan dia kena tipu dan masuk kat tempat I did receive that kind, I did have that kind of situations. So in terms of gaji, depends. Macam first year tu normally memang tu lah, tapi for my own firm like second year punya staff normally memang dah keluar lah from that B40 punya situation bila diorang progress. So macam first year tu memang tu lah, tapi tak banyak you ada ni. I can say that kat Malaysia ni I think about 80% audit firm still bayar below B40 punya tu. I cakap
apa ni, I do feel that kadang-kala the issue of the salary pay in Malaysia ni, especially among the small medium sized firm, low salary ni is also not an issue in accounting jugalah. In the accounting industry we can see that many other industries also they are doing the same thing. I'm not saying that it is right, but I'm trying to say that it goes back to the greed of the employer jugalah, ataupun itu satu, sama ada dia greedy, ataupun yang kedua is a balancing of between the budget that they have, the cost versus the benefits, because the fees that they are able to charge and also how much is the cost that they are able to incur lah kan. So I think that's where you must be able to know the industry well jugalah, whether you being paid at a good rate ataupun tidak, and you need to decide jugalah. Alright, cuma ada soalan dekat sini. I think this one Cik Nazim boleh jawab. Which one is better? Sebab orang selalu kata masuk Big Four, tapi can we actually start with small company to create our good name, to create our skills? This question from Hanis.
Nazim
Okay.
jawab.
Nazim boleh jawab ni.
Okay. Daripada mana soalan dia? Okay,
Hanis Nasr.
Okay. So, okay, untuk menjawab soalan ni dia macam FAQ jugalah. Okay. So sebenarnya, for me, what I can conclude based on my own experience lah, my own observation and my staff, current staff ataupun ex-staff punya feedback and so on. So basically, I can summarize that sebenarnya tak kisah yang mana you nak start. Big Four dengan SMP ni, small medium practice ni, ada advantage dia yang tersendiri. Cuma what I can say is when you start, okay, I ada teringat satu kata-kata my mentor ni lah. Okay, bukan idola ni. Mentor. Okay, so dia kata kalau tempat tu lagi kecil, sebenarnya lagi you cari untuk dapat experience lagi banyak kat situ. Sebenarnya lagi kecil tempat tu, lagi kurang you punya lagi kurang dia punya staff and so on, lagi banyak you boleh dapat experience dekat situ. Tapi tempat tu lagi besar, macam big four tu semua, dia akan macam knowledge yang you dapat tu dia akan spesifik. Contoh kalau dia bagi you buat satu section ni, akan buat satu section PPE sahaja, you buat section cash at bank, and then baru you slowly naik. Tapi untuk small medium practice ni, basically dia akan terus dedahkan you dengan the whole audit punya environment yang sebenar lah sebenarnya. Instead of dekat Big Four, you dapat slow sikit.
The learning skills tu lebih steep lah.
Yes, learning curve tu lebih steep kalau dekat
Learning curve
ni.
Yeah.
So basically
saya nak tambah sikit lah.
Boleh?
Sila.
Boleh. Dulu last time banyak orang cakap pasal you should start with small firm because you learn everything apa semua. Dan Big Four macam Nazim cakap lah, specific everything apa semua. Tapi I beg to differ lah. My experience dekat Big Four, I think in terms of my learning punya pinnacle memang dekat my old firm. Again dekat UI especially. Then in terms of buat kerja spesifik, I think no such thing over there. Okay, kita orang lah dispatch, kita orang lah collect check, kita orang lah ambil dokumen.
Saya rasa saya boleh share tu sebab firm tu sendiri.
Itu yes. Banyak perceptions. Banyak perceptions yang orang cakap Big Four ni you kerja jadi buat kerja type tangan je dekat laptop. Tak. Even I dah almost 12 years.
Depends sangat.
12 years je. Small firm, I ada 2 small firm yang experience masa I intern dengan I kerja. I think in terms of learning, technical dekat sana. Tapi kalau in terms of you nak belajar in terms of carry yourself, like jumpa client without any coaching from the boss kan. Buat kerja yang you tak pernah buat tanpa ada guidance properly, everything semua, yes, small firm. So it depends.
Betul, depends. Dia sistem tu lah, system of way of the working, the firm to work. Maybe okay kalau all the things nak systematic, benda ada proper HR and so on, you nak everything in order, and then you nak tenang lah, nak fokus kat kerja you semua and so on, okay. Big Four pun satu advantage juga, and then bila you nak dapatkan you punya chartered ke and so on, okay, Big Four dia lebih mudah lah sebab dia ada platinum status and so on instead of small medium practice ni lah. Kalau small medium practice ni you kena isi lah dia punya PER return semua tu and so on tu lah. Tapi basically you need to look further lah on the advantage and disadvantage yang you kena measure lah, the pro and cons tu. For me I'm also starting from Big Four. So Big Four sebenarnya ada lebih advantage sikit daripada small medium practice macam Cik Hilmi mention tadi. Basically dekat sana exposure dia sangat-sangat luas. Orang yang you jumpa circle dia lain. Orang yang dah tahu pasal director responsibility, pasal reporting. The game is different. Macam the way of you argue dengan klien dekat sana lain. Itu boleh asah you punya skills, you punya judgement, you yakin you punya knowledge tu memang you ada knowledge, you boleh fight benda tu in some grey areas. Tapi untuk small medium practice, you akan nurture klien tu, you akan advise dia as an informal advisor lah, sebab nanti takut ada self-review threat, self-interest threat semua tu kan. So yeah, that's from me lah.
Okay.
So the question tu.
I think I have one final question. Sikit lagi. Okay.
Macam for me, for the past 5 years, I spent I think about 7 years buat such a very big client. Okay, daripada Jabatan Audit Negara punya job, listed company, and then buat special job, so those opportunity memang banyak available dekat those big firm lah. Even my yang I cakap yang small firm tu pun still buat listed company. So I had enough of that lah actually. So macam even for my own firm punya sekarang ni aspirations pun, I think selagi I jadi managing partner of the firm, I dah takkan buat lagi dah benda tu. So just because of that, my staff yang kerja bawah I memang susah lah untuk buat, experience that thing. So I always encourage them, if you feel like you want to go and become a very good auditor kan apa tu, go work with Big Four. Itu I punya ni lah. So it totally depends. Kalau small firm, kalau you kerja kat small firm yang langsung memang tak ada inisiatif nak nak buat those big client everything apa semua, I think is the best for you to move on. Itu je.
Itulah, I think I want to also add on lah. Meaning guys, saya rasa if between a big size and also small medium size firm ni, dia ada benefit, ada pros and cons masing-masing. Tapi my opinion, when it comes to small medium size firm ni, tak adalah dia semuanya buruk. Cuma I want to add on that when you want to join small medium size firm, it is also important for you to assess who is the leader of the firm lah. Because if you have a leader that basically just think about dollars and cents, they don't think about developing talent. Ni biasanya kadang orang lama sebenarnya, or people that
majority of them are like that, bro. Seriously.
I sorry to say, I kata sometimes because maybe they come from the industrial revolution kan, back then, when everything is just about running a factory. It's all about running a factory. If you are the ingredient, you get the machine running, you put the ingredient, you put the machine, you just keep on producing the end product. The more product that you have, you can reduce off your cost, and that's why you have the issue today. But and I have to emphasize this, no offense lah, tapi saya kena cakap. Tapi if you look into the younger leaders lah, the generation right now, if they were to lead the firm, they come from a perspective, the millennials especially, they come from the perspective that the biggest asset is not like running a machine, but the biggest asset is the people, developing the people. Yang ni small medium size firm lah, ini yang big four nampak juga. Tapi small medium size firm ni kadang dia tak emphasize ni. So the talent that they have, of course it goes back to the partner lah. So kalau partner emphasize ni, okay lah kan. Kalau partner tak just focus on being greedy, then okay lah kan. Tapi kalau dia tak emphasize, habis lah. So maybe you should also assess on the aspect lah. Then only you would appreciate the firm better lah. Alright. So and since Hilmi already mentioned a bit on Jabatan Audit Negara, what about the idea of joining the public sector?
Joining public sector.
The public sector, the government sector. Macam mana?
Like straightforward, honest and
what do you think? Saya tak tahulah, sebab student ada tanya ni, apa bezanya kalau kita nak join, because people keep talking about big four lah, private sector, SME lah apa semua kan. Now, what about going into Jabatan Audit Negara for example?
Okay. Public sector kat Malaysia ni, they are currently, diorang baru start nak change lah. Okay. Last time if I'm not mistaken, sampai tahun 2012 they still have this cash basis punya accounting system. Dan 2012 they I think they appoint PwC kot untuk move on from that cash basis. So sekarang ni I tak boleh cakap 100% dah jadi accrual, tapi sekarang ni banyak I boleh cakap like macam diorang ada modified cash basis and also accrual punya situations lah dekat over there. So starting your career with them, honestly speaking, I think 2015 when I do Jabatan Audit Negara as a subcontractor for them untuk audit one of the states corporation punya company. The pengarah negeri actually even offered me a position, like macam dia offered me I think grade 44 ke 50, grade 48 if I'm not mistaken, untuk join him. Tapi from what I can say is that macam dorang ni banyak masih lagi like still old timer, macam audit tu pun macam masih banyak lagi benda yang dorang tak faham, tak tu. They always mistakenly ingat like audit ni is like macam internal audit sahaja. Okay. So like even macam nowadays, even after 1MDB punya case, those fast punya auditors yang subcontractor for Jabatan Audit Negara ni, they are expect to cover a lot of management internal control that is actually is beyond the scope. So banyak benda-benda tu yang tu. Tapi yang unfortunately like macam kerja like in public sector ni, I think like in terms of training pun banyak yang masih tak berapa updated, diorang tak well versed sangat lah in terms of because standard pun lain. Diorang guna MPSAS. Diorang bukan guna like a normal like macam Malaysia small company, MPERS, MFRS kan. Diorang guna MPSAS. So MPSAS ni dia ada banyak is a hybrid of MPERS lah actually. So kalau you nak start kerja kat sana, maybe in terms of gaji, okay, gaji you boleh dapat above B40, okay, kalau you are lucky enough lah, kalau you join like federal punya agencies lah. Tapi kalau you join like local authority macam MPKJ ke apa ke, itu memang far below B40. So in terms of gaji is like that. In terms of kerja, their accounting function, I tell you, most of the time I audit memang tak complete accounting functions. Diorang like macam such a big organisation like Majlis Daerah, they only have like seorang saja yang accountant. Yang lain tu like macam assistant with an SPM. That's a fact. Even system pun yang to support them, system pun they have one system last time, EPBT. I'm talking about Majlis Daerah punya tu lah. So like EPBT ni supposed to capture everything and then they integrate with the accounting system. Sampai sudah tak jadi apa-apa. So banyak such problem lah benda-benda macam tu. Dia bukan pasal in terms of career development pun. Career development nanti you kena tunggu kekosongan. Orang kerja government dah lah susah orang nak resign. Semua nak pencen. So in terms of career development macam mana? Kan, unless kalau you join Jabatan Accountant Negara, maybe ada opportunity lah. Tapi nama pun government, siapa nak resign? Kan? So kalau you tanya whether or not to start with them, you need to ask yourself, whether is it the right choice for you? That's my opinion.
Okay. I think before we just end up with the session with one more question, I just want to share with you guys that of course TYMBA kita run our ACCA revision class session, right? So we call it as the TYMBA sprint session. So it is basically training. It is basically a session where we provide you on the momentum lah, yeah, for your exam preparation towards the September sitting. We would be focusing on exam techniques and also recap of your topics lah. Alright. So of course, we want to share with you that we have 3-tier pricing. Tomorrow kita punya final day for our prime discount. Normal price is at around 420, but only for up until tomorrow it will be at 400 ringgit. But if let's say if you were to bring together with your friend, sign up with your friend, so you will get an additional 10 ringgit both you and also your friend. Alright, tapi sorry I lupa nak bagi tahu, kalau let's say you sign up within the next 24 hours, alright, you would basically get our early bird price lah of 380. So kalau prime is at 400, normal price 420, prime 400, tapi early bird would be at 380 only. Tapi kalau macam F paper, it will only be at 360. You can use this code Kopi1, you can use this code Kopi1 upon registration, right? And the referral program would still remain. Tapi if let's say you are unsure, you just feel free to WhatsApp our team 01922999951, ya, 01922999951. Saya dah type dekat chat box tu, ya. Saya dah type dekat chat box tu. And then also we are also proud to share that TYMBA is basically a zero silver partner. Alright, kita zero silver partner and also we are towards being a strategic partner of Zero Platform. Jadi since we get the benefits, we just want to share with you. We don't make any profit out of this offer being given to us. Kalau let's say any of you business owner who intend to subscribe for the Zero Platform, we get the benefits of being a silver partner to offer 50% discount for 1 year subscription. So if you sign up for 1 year plan, you can actually enjoy our benefit of being a silver partner. You get 50% off. But if let's say you pay it on a monthly installment for a 1 year punya program, you get a 25% discount. So normally the platform is around 1,300. Now you just paying around 500 to 600 ringgit macam itulah. Alright. Now let me just again, tapi if you have any question ke apa semua, you can just type out lah. Right? Yeah, you can just WhatsApp us at 01922999951. Now, last question ya. Kita nak tanya both lah So, Cik Hilmi dan juga Cik Nazim, kita bagi Nazim jawab dululah. Alright.
Okay.
Ada orang kata Hilmi sounded like Terence Tan. Itu my ex-boss dulu tu. Tapi tengok rupa tu dah ada sikit dah Mi. Okay, now back to Cik Nazim.
Okay.
Now, what is the final ataupun important message lah that you want to give to our students ataupun to the fresh grads lah, you know, because now we are living in a time of, saya kata, turbulence lah. Mungkin generation dulu pergi perang, tapi sekarang ni kita kata kita perang with invisible forces lah, yeah. And also number two, with the changes of technology that is going to come in at a very fast pace, you know, because changes that are supposed to happen in 20 years time, now we can see it is basically done in within just a short period of 5 years. So what is important lah for the students to prepare themselves lah, for them to face the future macam tu lah.
Okay. For me, knowledge is essential. Okay. So maknanya untuk students yang basically lah, students yang dah towards their end of studies punya period, dah bersedia nak masuk dunia kerja lah, especially kan, ataupun yang masih tengah in the mid period you need to keep abreast dengan what is happening around you. You need to have the knowledge about what is happening, and then you can relate to what you study. So it will be beneficial bila you dah masuk nanti dunia kerja, you akan tahu basically apa yang you belajar tu untuk you apply kat tempat kerja tu. Instead of bila you dah masuk kerja nanti, baru you nak tahu, oh ini aku belajar dulu. No. You need to apply it now. Maknanya keep informed about apa yang jadi. Contoh kalau you ambil professional courses lah kan. Kalau you ambil paper taxation, okay, you need to know what is the current updates on public ruling, etc. and so on. And then kalau you ambil audit, what is happening during, okay, sekarang ni kalau you ambil paper audit ke apa, orang akan kecoh pasal case shop lot auditor semua and so on. So basically itu sendiri dah cover banyak subjek kat situ, corporate governance, audit and assurance, financial reporting, and also soft skill, cara you nak deal dengan people and so on laws and regulations, on privilege of whistleblower semua and so on. So basically you need to keep abreast what is happening around you. And then especially about the question just now pasal AI relevance to accountancy, yes, you need to keep track of audit software online yang dah ada, auditing software. Kalau ada course audit software yang banyak datang kat universiti sekarang macam AXP and so on tu, just attend. And then TYMBA pun ada offer untuk belajar buat accounting system. Just make sure you well equip yourself, especially for professional students lah. For degree yang tu no issue sebab dia orang ada internship and so on. Dia orang ada paperwork, ada coursework, ada kerja kursus dan sebagainya. Tapi kalau untuk students, you need to be well prepared on that lah. And then satu lagi, skills of writing you, cara you nak reporting way, yang tu kena ada benda tu. So you need to be prepared lah, sebab in the future bila you masuk dunia kerja dah, it's not right or wrong, it's how you deliver the information to your subordinates, to your managers, to your clients. Itu yang penting. Itulah daripada saya.
Buat Cik Hilmi.
I think apa yang Nazim dah highlight banyak dah benda tu. It's just that kalau let's say you a degree holder ataupun CCA holder, you should act like it lah. Janganlah bila time kerja nanti big credit pun tak tahu. Okay, I bukan cakap itu sebab actually is a common thing. Banyak apa tu fresh grad masih lagi struggle benda tu. Okay. In fact senior dekat my own firm sendiri pun nak kena spend about 1 or 2 months untuk mengajar all those basic principle and everything apa semua. So I think it's not good lah kalau kata you still lacking with that bila you dah pass so much harder paper yang require you sampai bertahun-tahun nak complete. Tapi in the end, you didn't carry yourself very well, tu memang very sad lah. Tapi let's say, if you are lacking in terms of technical, my advice is be humble and work very hard. Okay, like, bila you nak belajar dengan orang, especially let's say bila you dah bekerja, okay, your senior tu bukannya actually orang dapat gaji extra to teach you or whatever it is. Okay, especially those basic accounting. So you should be humble, like macam apa ni, bila you socialize with them kan, you kena respect them, respect their own space. Kadang-kadang diorang pun ada kerja diorang juga. So I think you know, attitude is very important lah. Whether you pandai tak pandai, even for my own firm, I had a few success story lah, like macam my own staff, some of them that actually pointer dia pun is, I tell you, is below 2.5. Tapi masa internship, this guy, he perform very well. Okay, in terms of attitude dia memang I sangat suka, memang dia punya everything apa semua memang okay lah. Cuma technical saja and English tak berapa bagus. Dan bila dia start kerja, then we start like macam bagi dia buat kerja on his own and then coach him sikit-sikit, tak banyak sangat lah, because normally first year punya staff memang banyak on the job training, so I tak involve sangat personally dengan orang. Tapi I can see like dia dah almost 2 years kerja dengan I, he end up to be one of the best recruitment yang I buat. So for me, qualifications, your result macam mana ke apa ke, it's not that important. Okay, macam mana tu, because but I think banyak like a lot of us actually SPM pun tak berapa mana, tapi end up jadi orang lebih kaya, end up jadi boss. So your qualification will not represent you in future. Is macam mana you act, macam mana you carry yourself at the most important time in your life, itu yang penting. Okay, it doesn't matter macam mana. Itu my take on this matter lah.
Okay. So I think thank you so much Encik Nazim dan juga Hilmi for your time to share with us on your experience.
Welcome.
I think the knowledge that we are going to get ni is something that bukan saja student kita ni dia dapat sekarang ni, tapi insyaAllah sampai dia retire lah. Alright, so itu ilmu yang berguna lah orang kata. Now siapa-siapa yang I think kita nak just screenshot of our session today. Anyone who are willing to to be in our photo, maybe you can just turn on your camera. Ada tak siapa-siapa yang nak turn on your camera? Wani, jangan lemak sangat Wani. Syukri tu, kita nampak Syukri ya. Can just turn on your camera so that we can together put you in our frame, and we want to upload it dekat kita punya all our website and our affiliates website lah. Alright. I nampak ni pemenang iPad kita ni, Haris. Yeah, dia menang kita punya iPad, dia share dekat kawan-kawan dia dapat iPad. Alright. Okay, so I'll just count. Ada lagi ke? Oh, Irina. Alright, anyone else? 10 second. 10, 9. Mailah ramai-ramai. Alright. Okay, Isman Iza ni my old student ni. Oh, Zakwan. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, good. Yeah, a bit more so that we can at least full our screen. Alright. Ini okay. Saya nak angkat cawan ni, nak bagi orang nampak cawan saya ni buat mahal ni. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Semalah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Okay, alright. Thank you so much guys for your participation. Okay, so saya lupa nak cakap, next weekend we have one more session dengan Kopi TYMBA, another session of Kopi TYMBA dengan mentor Encik Hilmi. So Tuan Abang Salihin, alright, one of the big medium size firm jugalah, alright, that would also share his
tanya dia tu.
Dia?
Banyak soalan boleh tanya dia tu.
Banyak soalan, ya. Ex-MIA Presiden kan? Ke Chairman lah?
Presiden.
Presiden
Presiden.
So tambah-tambah lah soalan tu, ya. Alright, you can just sign up by clicking our link lah dekat Instagram tu. Okay, lovely guys, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Salam.